Make the person who's 10 years ahead of you your hero. Don't compete, but create instead. Good morning, champ. Velkotuhchiev here, the professional problem solver, coming to you live for another episode of WakeNMake. Today, we're going to talk about ego. Your ego is not your amigo. Listen, many people confuse high ego with high self-esteem, and they think that is good. Ego is strongly connected to pride, which is the reason why the devil got kicked out of heaven. Ego wants the best of the best or the worst of the worst. What makes the difference is self-esteem. Self-esteem comes from actually doing the work. When you show up, when you say that you will do something and you actually do it, when you build your self-accountability, self-love, self-discipline, then you're starting to trust yourself, which means you believe in yourself. That's why you need to do the work. A lot of the times you hear this message from successful people and they say, believe in yourself, believe in yourself, believe in yourself. The internet is flooded with people who share the cliche to believe in yourself. But how can you believe in yourself if you don't show up for yourself? One of the words we don't use around here is should. The word should leads to guilt. And when you say, I should go to the gym and you don't show up, then what you're telling yourself subconsciously is that you don't show up for yourself. When you lie to people, that means that you're not honest. When you lie to yourself, that means that you're immature. It gets worse when you try to fool people that you're actually successful. Because of your pride, because of your ego, you see that other people are doing a little bit better. You compare yourself with them, and then you show something fake on social media just to feel better. And then it gets really dangerous because you put on that mask, and now you have to keep this standard, which is a fake standard. And guess what? I am definitely guilty of that. In the beginning of my career, I had to listen to some mentors that were sharing strategies like fake it till you make it and things like that. This does not work long term. It's much better to realize exactly where you are and to start building 1, 2, 3 instead of being at 2 and thinking you're at 8. Other 8s can recognize that you're not an 8. Your actions, they're not consistent with your words. Now, here's the flip side. If you actually put in the work, if you actually show up for yourself, when you have a very, very, very high self-esteem, the pride could destroy you. If you remember the Will Smith slap, in his speech, he mentioned Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington actually gave him a word of advice, and he told him, be careful because the devil will come to you at your highest moment. So that's what I'm saying. Will Smith have definitely earned the Oscar. He had put in the work. He's a great actor. And at his highest moment, his pride and ego was also very high, and the devil won. So now he's kicked out of the Oscars. You know, his name is associated with that slap, not with all of the great performances, but with that slap. Even if you have the self-esteem, even if you are the best in the world, it's very important to keep your humility in check, to be humble. I still suggest to you to only compare yourself to previous version of you. Make sure you beat you. You don't compete with others. You have creative and unique talents and abilities. You have a different gift than everybody else. There's no point for you to try to mimic somebody else when you have a completely different path and completely different skill set. So focus on you versus you. Compare yourself with previous version of you. Imagine yourself in the future. Make the person who's 10 years ahead of you your hero. Don't compete, but create instead. Now let's make it a great day.